All right, welcome back to the Momentous Mind YouTube channel. It's Felix here, and this is an energetic update. So recently, my wife and I have been noticing a lot of reoccurring themes and patterns in our energy healing clients, and not only in our clients, but in our coaching clients and just in the general environment. And so right now we're in between these two different eclipses. One happened at the end of March, March 24th, 25th, and the next one is coming on April 8th. And it's kind of a big buzzword on the internet. Like there's tons of conspiracy theories coming out about it. And I don't really want to use a ton of buzzwords in this. I want to make this as plain and simple to understand as possible. But right now, what we're noticing is that the vast majority of the people that we're working with are having their antikarana, their silver cord, their divine cord that connects them to higher knowledge, truth, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, is being severed or weakened to some degree. And in my own personal experience, what I've been noticing is this almost lack of ability to do anything. Like I'll sit down to try and write something out, even though the idea may be kind of there, and nothing comes. There's this void, there's this empty space where I'm trying to express something. Same thing goes for trying to create work. Like as I sit down to try and do work, oftentimes there's this gap, there's this like void I have to pass through in order to get to the action of doing something. Not only that, but I've been noticing a lot of people are feeling very lethargic. I'm feeling very lethargic, almost super sleepy throughout the day. A lack of mental energy, a lack of spiritual energy, a lack of connection to my environment. And call this what it may be, whether it's the antikarana that's slowly being chiseled away at, or it's just the overall birthing canal in between these two different eclipses. Energetically, there's this massive pressure on humanity right now. And I think it's because we're caught between these two separate polarities. We are, so to speak, in this birthing canal. And there's this campaign on one side to create a lot of fear, to instill this apocalyptic view of everything's going to end. And my favorite thing is like, I always think of the apocalypse as the great revealing, this great unveiling, this understanding that's going to be coming into fruition. And so, a lot of the advice I've been giving my energetic clients or my energy healing clients is as we're coming through this period, as we're going through this period, we have to listen to the waves of what the energy is saying. And so that may be days where there is nothing. And in those days where there is nothing, we have to embrace that void. That void is where everything potentially is born, but it has to be fully embraced. And it can't be embraced through like guided meditations or blah, 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 blah. It has to be like a silent, empty space of meditation in order for us to start tuning in and connecting to what is actually happening on this planet. Now, like I said before, there's this campaign of instilling fear. There's this campaign of instilling this idea of this is the end. There's nothing we can do, and humanity is royally screwed, so to speak. And that is not the case. That is not the case. So, one thing our teacher constantly showed us is that the human potential is limitless, that the mind is limitless, that the being itself is limitless. There is literally no cap to the potential in which we're able to achieve. It is up to us to find the keys and to unlock the doors. And Terence McKenna, who was a big uh, psychonaut, this, man who uncovered many incredible gifts and secrets through his delving into the realms of psychedelics and plant medicines. He was talking about the cosmic giggle in one of these recordings that he did, many of his recordings. And the cosmic giggle is this random roving zone of synchronicity. And what I've been noticing a lot frequently is this continual synchronicity. I've seen like Whether you believe in numerology or not, it doesn't matter. I've been seeing 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, 666, 777, all throughout the day, all in different areas, and all these, you know, aligning into these numerical portals, so to speak. Um, Not only that, but I've had instances of like talking about something with my wife, and then all of a sudden it's on the TV show that I've never watched before, never seen, and all of a sudden it's there. These synchronicities, these cosmic giggles, these alignments into the greater universal truth is actually what's happening now. And so, as we're going through this birthing process, this period of time is going to be particularly challenging. And it has been. It's been particularly challenging on the energetic bodies, it's been particularly challenging on the mental bodies, on the physical body. This is why we're noticing the drains in energy. This is why we're noticing the lack of feeling connected. This is why we're noticing the lack of guidance. There's a period, you know, if we refer to like the Tibetan Book of the Dead, these bardos, these spaces of emptiness that we must pass through, these trials, so to speak, before we enter another layer of awareness. And this is where we're at. We're in this realm of a bardo. And this bardo is an immensely challenging bardo. It's the pressure cooker before the pop. And what is the pop? When does it start? I'd say on April 8th, 2024, this next upcoming eclipse. So we have to be really, really in tune with our own physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energies during this period of time because it's going to feel like we're alone. It's going to feel like we're lost. It's going to feel like there's no guidance. It's going to feel like um, you have no energy. There's literally all you can do is lay down and stare at your phone for hours and hours and hours. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with this period of yin. We have to follow these energetic waves. And within the Hopi prophecies of these times on our planet, these very strange times that we're in, the Hopi talk about this great river that we have to um, fall into, this river, this Tao, this river of spirit. And in this, we have to let go of the shores. We have to go with the flow of how energies are moving. And if we don't, we'll get smashed on the shores. We have to be aware of how our day to day being is telling us how to engage with these energies. There is a guidance happening, even though there's this lack or this sense of void. There is a major guidance that's happening during this period of time. And so April 8th is such a fascinating thing astrologically. Now, I'm not going to go into the astrology of it. Um, but I recommend that you do your own research and start to look at astrological charts for April 8th, 2024. There is a lot of alignments that are happening, alignments that haven't happened on Earth in thousands of years or tens of thousands of years. And so, as we're pushing into this great uh, birth canal, so to speak, there is a lot of pressure. I've been noticing more headaches as I have a headache today. I even try to clear that. But there's, more headaches as we're getting into this, pressure of that birthing canal. We're getting ready to emerge through this portal, so to speak. And April 8th. So eclipses are super interesting energetically. Now, within a lot of Hindu traditions or yogic traditions, spiritual traditions, they say that you should never stand outside. And actually, in the Native American traditions as well, they say you should never, never look at the eclipse. You should never go outside. And within Native traditions as well, they say the sun dies. There's a period where the sun dies. And in that period, when the sun is being completely eclipsed, it is our job, it is our duty to start birthing, to start creating and generating an inner light. Now, how do we do that? Well, a lot of what the natives are saying is saying, make prayers for the light, make prayers for better possibilities for humanity, for a new wave of potential. Even in the Hindus say, like, cover all your spiritual objects, cover anything that's holy in your house. Close all your blinds and windows and light candles. Bring light inside your house. Generate your own light. And it's interesting because this one in particular is quite potent in the sense that it almost feels like it's trying to dim the overall mental light or the spiritual light of humanity beforehand. Like we're almost going into this exam period of energetic pressure. So really be aware of these energies and start to align with what your being is saying. If it says stop, stop. Start to rest. And I'm all for like motivation and never give up and do all these things, but there's a point where you're pushing, like you're looking for a door in a wall and there is no door there. And so you wait until the door arrives. And this is that point. This is that moment where we have to stop and wait. We have to be aware of what the energy is saying. And sure, there will be moments to act. There'll be moments where the yang is very strong again. But in these moments before this birthing process, before this emerging, or before this apocalypse, so to speak, we have to be aware of what the energies are saying and be ready to let go. Be ready to let go of things. And it could be partnerships, it could be jobs, it could be homes, it could be, communities, it could be anything. But this is what this energy is forecasting. It's like a severing of the old in order to birth the new. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe below. I'm going to give more updates and more things to be aware of during this period of time, especially leading up to the eclipse. And hear from you soon. Hear from me soon.